Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk really quick about some easy ways to get some clear purpose each and every day when you log in for the day and you decide to start doing real estate. What does that look like for you? I have a nice, simple way to track your daily habits. This is from Viral Workman and Workman Success Systems. If you don't know about Workman Success Systems, Chris Bear has paid a lot of money to subsidize the cost for us in our network and in our group. This is not a sales pitch for them, but I love the Daily Success Habits Tracker, which is free. It's a free resource. I want to go over it really quick. You can print it out. You can print out, 30, one for each day of the month, or whatever, however you want to do it. But let me just go over this really quick. The premise of it is very simple. Is basically to be in competition with yourself. Okay. And in order to do that, what you're trying to do is gain as many points in the day to reach your goal for each day. And if you've reached your goal for that day, you've had a very successful day in real estate. It may not seem like it, but every time you do these activities and reach your goal, you are one step closer to a closing. Okay? The particular goal on this sheet is 61 points. You can take that up. If you're part-time and you want to take that down, you totally can. Maybe you want to say 40 points a day, or 50, or 60, or 80, or 100 points a day. Whatever it is, it's a competition with yourself, okay? And nobody's telling you to do anything or not, but this is just a good way to track to see if you had a productive day. Sometimes it's hard to tell if your day was productive and on mission, okay? And when I say on mission, I mean like it's headed towards what you're trying to do. So let's take a look at some of these point values. You can structure it how you want. I can send this out. Actually, it's in the network group on the right hand side under PDFs. You can download this. You can kind of work from there. And so let's take a look. So at the top, you've got a dial tracker. Okay. So if you have a printed copy and you want to just check off, every dial that you made, whether it's a cold call or a warm call, to the people in your database already, or maybe your sphere of influence, or whatever it is, that's a call. Check it every time. Okay, it doesn't mean that you got a hold of somebody. Hopefully you do, but the idea is that if you make 50 calls in a day, you're going to get a hold of some people. Okay, you just will. Or you'll leave a message and they'll get back to you and you answer the phone, and so the 50 calls may return itself. I would always try to include some calls in your day, no matter what day it is. Okay, so you're gonna get 1 point per call. You can drop that in there. Emails and text, 1 point per email or text. Again, you want to try to touch base with your people as often as possible. Handwritten notes are 2 points. Two homes with one client. So you're going to show two homes to one client. By the way, I don't think I've ever showed one home to one client. Like when you go for showings, you always set up a second or third. And so give yourself 10 points for that. Going on a buyer or listing appointment is 10 points per appointment. A buyer or listing agreement, some states don't have buyer's agreements, but most do. That's 10 points. You write an offer, that's 10 points per offer. And maybe this needs to go down to 5 points just in light of, of recent activities that it takes sometimes 15, 20 offers to get something accepted. Having a closing for the day, guess what? Most people think you're done for the day when you had a closing. I know I did when I first started. I was like, closing, go out to a nice fancy lunch, celebrate with the wife, take the rest of the day off. And that was like my little, but listen, if you're in this for a profession, you can't waste the whole second half of the day or the first half of the day just because you had a closing. So give yourself 15 points. Open houses, 10 points per hour. That is extremely high. If you think about one open house lasting 6 hours, that's 60 points, right? So you're almost there. While you're at the open house, you can send texts and emails. Okay, so don't sit at an open house and do nothing. You should either be talking to people, or you should, if it's not a busy open house and people aren't showing up, make your calls and texts, okay? Door knocking, one knock is at 1 point, okay? Door knock in your area. We can talk about door knocking at a different time, but, door knock a farmed area. We'll talk about farming at a different time too. All right. Okay, so one more thing, one more time. So this is kind of just some language that Workman Success Systems uses. We don't need to go into it right now. I guarantee if you do these first, this first part, you'll be good. And then role play and script memorization is very important when you're new and you need to understand, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, practice what you're going to say. Script memorization and role play can help you break down the barriers of fear and that picking up the phone. Okay, that's 10 points per hour. I would suggest 1 hour a day, or at least a few hours a week if you're new to real estate. So you add all those up, they go in the total. Maybe you have prospecting times 1 and 2. You count how many contacts you talk to, how many appointments you set, how many listing appointments, and lender appointments are also on there. You can give yourself a little to-dos and notes for the day. How did it go? What did you learn? What did you not do? What could you have done better? Give yourself some honest feedback. If you do this 5 days in a row for 4 weeks in a row, there is absolutely no freaking way that you won't get something under contract. And I'm not exaggerating. If you do the work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 1 month, you will 100% have something under contract, unless you are just I don't know, unless you just don't know how to talk or communicate to people. But that's part of the role play and the scripting, right? So do this, act like real estate is your job. This is just one way. There's lots of ways. You can make your own spreadsheet to track your day and to make sure that you had a productive day. A lot of times we'll end our day and we'll get to dinner time and talk to our spouse or loved ones and how's your day? You honestly don't know how to answer the question because you don't even know what you did in the day. You talk to some people at random. You did a 3 hour editing session for your Facebook post and your squeeze page, but you don't know what you did in the day. This will help you stay focused and on track for the day. If you want to make big money in real estate, you've got to do the activities of people who make big money. And trust me when I say they are focused, they are disciplined, and they do activities that successful real estate agents do every day. And they treat it like a job. And when that phone rings, act like your boss is calling. Okay, that's it for today. Guys, enjoy, and I hope this was helpful. And I hope that you learned something and that it inspires you to start action today. All right, see you later.